and Broadway. And then this video you see on the right side of the screen here where SkyCal is looking is actually an alleyway, and that runs from basically Prince and then kind of goes towards Broadway where it runs into a building, and then, oh, here we are, kind of comes back out on Duke. So the alley that we were talking about is right here, and this is this lower level of garages where they were talking about. Prince Street is here, and then this is the other street. So when we watched that person get evacuated from that home, that was this home right here at the corner of Prince and Broadway. And then where the suspect was inside was this building right here. Oh, it's going to make me go to street level here, but this building right here is where the suspect was in the garage down here on this lower level of this apartment building. So the person they pulled out was here, and then we believe where they requested the ambulances for was here at Prince and Broadway.
And quite a distance, too. Mike, was this just a random garage as far as we know? The suspect just ran into this area?
Yeah, so I had listened originally, and when the officers were originally chasing him, they put themselves what they call Code 6 at Broadway and Mission. This is where they were, this is where the K-9 unit here at this self-storage, this public storage right here, this is where the K-9 unit kind of set up and got things ready, and then they moved into this block right here where they had a containment, a perimeter had already been set up. And when the airship got overhead and asked where's the last spot you saw him, it was this alleyway right here off of Prince Street. That was the last spot they had eyes on him. And oops, sorry about that. But right here is where they had eyes on him last. This is the home that we saw earlier where they evacuated that person from.
Yes.
Yeah, right down the railings here. So you can see it's right at the corner of this alleyway right here, and it's this row down here where we believe the suspect was just located and taken into custody, or at least contained. We still are kind of sorting that out, but that's kind of the lay of the land here of where this all went down, and the command post and where everything was over here at the public storage, and this is Broadway and Mission.
Yeah, that's a pretty big perimeter. The command post, they're there with, I'm sure, maps, papers, and really gathering information and how they were going to deploy. At one time, it looked as if there were more than 100 officers on scene. Am I exaggerating?
No, not at all. I mean, there are. I mean, they put the city into a citywide tactical alert. At one point, we heard, this initial call, they requested 10 supervisors. That's just 10 sergeants or lieutenants, let alone all the officers they needed for the perimeter. And even once then, they had an interior perimeter and an exterior perimeter. So they had officers working both sets of perimeters. So really a lot of officers here.